Hello and welcome to our first ever WOSSOM event. This is going to be a drag race. We have 11 cars lined up for today's race, and these cars were sent by our players, or should I say our designers and engineers from our WOSSOM challenge. And if you're wondering what this is a game or a mod made for the Great Automation game. If you don't know what that is and you like cars, go ahead and check it out. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to participate with us, go check out our website. That's WOSSOM.net. The website address is in the description. And these cars are based on a street version that got some automation which are going to calculate how well they sold, and each one of these cars got a bonus in performance. It's actually a quality bonus, but that translates into performance. And we are going to start with the cars with the lowest power to weight ratio, and then moving to the highest heights. And just to mention, I've been trying to do this thing with our trio, the WOSSOM trio, commanding it, hosting it, and you can see that I couldn't do that yet, so you have to stick with me for now. But I'm working on that, and hopefully for the few next events we'll have that working. But for today, we will have to stick with me. And the first car we're going to take to the strip is this orange one you're watching. That's the Caradial Salonu Fericit Performance. That car is from William Vias. And I apologize in advance for mispronouncing these cars. There are cars from all over the place, all over the world, and some of them are really hard to pronounce, especially for someone that doesn't speak English natively. Some of them really are not English names, as this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and start this thing up. Just let me bring up some information about it first. There you go. So this is a Caragiale Salonu Fericit Performance, the drag version. It has a 2.1 liter inline-4 engine. Let's hear how it sounds. Okay, that's definitely not made for performance. Now, when I was doing the last test, all the car positions got messed up real bad, and I had to fix it real quickly. So as you can see, some of them are really close. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Let's go inside and try our first car. And the reason we have two of each is that each car is gonna have two chances. If I had only one and I started and I tried to reset it after the completing the pool, when trying to reset, BMG just creates this mess I said that happened just minutes ago. So yeah, that's why I have two. And the cool thing about this track is it has a place for a burnout. Let's see what it can do here. Not really much of a burnout. Okay. Oh yeah, I see the reason now. I've been trying messing around with the street version, so yeah, logically this one has a lot more grip. See how it does. No wheel spin at all. And that was our first run. Now the score table isn't positioned in a way that we can see when it finished, like it is in the West Coast. Hold on, the West Coast drag strip, and apologize for sometimes sounding quite crazy, but I'm doing quite a lot of stuff at the same time here. Let's check out the time for this car. As you can see here, it was at 20.312. 20.312. Okay, and that's the replay. And I would like to mention here, I'm using a H pattern shifter and clutch pedal to do this thing. So, and there's the time. You could see that time. That was our first run. And let's do the second run for the Salonu. Okay, my bad. I have no idea why the clutch didn't engage. Seems to be working now. Let's try the burnout one more time. Yeah, no burnout at all. We're changing gears right above 4,000 RPM here. And that was our second run. And while we watch the replay, we're gonna check the time again. This time it was at 20.211, a bit better. Oops, sorry about that. And we are moving on to our next contender. And that is going to be the AG Lavance 14CV, the drag version. This is also a 2.1 liter engine, but this time an inline 6. Okay, it's quite loud. Once again, let's try the burnout here. Okay, we got some wheel spin this time. At least it felt like. Okay, this feels faster. And across the line. That was the AG Lavance 14CV, and the time was 16.842. And as we can watch on the table, this was 3 seconds faster than the Caragial. As we move on to our second try. This time we're changing gear nearly at 6,000 RPM. And that was the second run for the Lavance. Not that bad for a burnout, and the time was 17.245. So the first run was better. Moving on to our next contender, and that will be the Pioneer Premier 440. And before I start this thing, I should have done that with the Lavance as well, and I apologize for that. Let's take a look at the car from the outside. So yeah, that's the light blue one, and it's parked quite closely. Yeah, you can put that on the BMG's build, but they have a lot of credit for making this amazing game. And for those wondering, well, you said it was the automation game, and yeah, it's the automation game. That's where you build the cars and then you export them to BMG to drive to. That's so cool. So yeah, let's start this one. And look, he even made some really cool details on the inside, and I'm pretty sure this one even has a working steering wheel. We'll check it out. This is, let's see the stats for this one. Okay, so a 3-liter this time, another inline-6 engine, another rear-wheel drive. I believe all these cars are. And let me just check. Yeah, this one is a 3-speed gearbox. Let's see how it does. bit of a burnout there, but as soon as it left the burnout area, lots of grip. No wheel spin, whatever, or whatsoever, sorry. Yep. And that did feel quite quick. Going to stop before the other cars. Yes, we can. Usually you don't have that great brakes on drag cars, but these ones are working quite fine. And that was the first run for the Pioneer Premier for 400, the drag version. Oh, look at those tires. Okay, and the time was 14.954, and that's a lot faster. And we have the times on screen. The Premier tops the table right now. And it still have a second try. Let me check something here real quick. Alright, this is not the one that has the working steering wheel, but it's not bad at all. I mean, just having an interior cool is cool. Remember, we are not judging the inside of the cars in the challenge, but it's always nice to have one. And across the line. That was the last run for the Pioneer Premier. And the time was 15.044. A bit slower than the first one. Did I leave the table on the first run or not the second run? I'm really not sure. Let's make sure I turned that off this time. As we go to our next contender. Alright, this is the Virus Motor Company Cooler, the drag pack. Let me find information about it and let me show you a bit of the car. That's the blue one, and this is a really cool car. For me, it's this is the coolest of them all. I mean, there is one that you'll see when we're talking about cool. Okay, it's quite personal, but I do love this one, and the noise, this engine is so sounds so cool. So yeah, it's a 5.5 liter V8 engine. I just love V8s. And let's hear how it sounds. Oh yeah. Ooh, this is going to be quick. Not my best start. Changing gears at 4,000 RPM. Cross the line. And this was 15.522. Not faster. It did feel faster, probably because of this insane V8. But for now it's in second place. I think I can do a bit better with this car. Let's see. One more chance, and I am turning off the engines, but by the noise I can tell that the ferry seat is still on. It's fine. Okay, let's go for the second try in the Corer. Is that how I say that? Probably not. Sorry, William. I messed up the 2 runs. Could it have been faster though? We'll see. Okay, so the time was 15.733. Yeah, it was a bit slower. Maybe the reaction time was a bit better, but I missed the shift. Okay, to our next contender. I do apologize for messing your runs, William. I mean, I do believe it could be a bit faster, but maybe to not enough to compete with the Pioneer. Let's see. Our next contender is the Accurate Akia. That's the name of the company, and the car is the Veloci Drag Edition. And that's the car. It looks great. It's the only Boxer in our lineup. It is a Boxer 4 with a 2.2-liter engine, 4-speed manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, and huge drag tires on this one as well. It does remind me a lot as the VW Camanguia. That's how we call it here in Brazil. I don't know. So yeah, let's see how it does and how this Boxer sounds. Not bad. I do have a VW Beetle racing car. In real life, I've been racing classic car races, so I'm familiar to this noise. Even though the idle on this one is a lot better. Not bad. Okay, this one doesn't want to stay straight. Ooh, quite scary. Okay, that was scary. I am remembering to put a parking brake on these cars, but I guess not all of them. Hopefully none of them will roll on the line there. That was the best burnout so far, I believe. And the time was 15.2. So second place for the Veloci. And surprisingly, the Boxer was faster than the V8. And look at how the front of the car just doesn't want to stay in place. That was fun. And it still has another try. Cool. Keep it straight, keep it straight. Okay. Nearly lost it there. Okay, now these cars, they don't have locking differential, and I believe that is better for drag racing cars, right? I do believe some of these cars have it though. I'll see. And this time we had a 15156, a bit better. And once again, I'm not sure if I did take the tape out of the way. I apologize for that again. And let's go to our next contender. And that will be the Regal Aviator, the Dragon version. And Dragon probably stands for drag racing. The Regal Aviator. Let's take a look at it. Oh, the bar is in the front right now. And it seems to be a small car because we're not even seeing it. Or am I? Oh, that it is. It was behind it. So yeah, quite a tiny little car, but with a big engine. It's a 3.5 liter V8 with a three-speed manual transmission, rear-wheel drive. Let's hear how it sounds. That doesn't sound much like a V8, does it? I don't know. Okay, no wheel spin at all there. So it's going to be even more dramatic here. Wow. $5,500 RPM. First run for the Aviator. Yeah, that was a failed burnout attempt. But look at the size of those tires. Oops, sorry about that. Time was a 14.166, so that's the fastest. We have a new leader. That's the Regal Aviator Dragon. Let's got another try. Let's see if I can stop right at the start of this path here. But I don't believe this is going to make any difference. This car's got so much grip. Oh, there you go. Tiny bit. better reaction this time. All right, I do believe it was faster. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Well, I do believe there are cars that are not going to stop in time here. Was it faster? Yep, a bit. 14,104. So that's the fastest machine so far, and let's take a look at the times. First place to the regular aviator, that's a 14,104. 8/10 of a second behind is the Pioneer Premier. We then have the Veloce with a 15,156, the Cower with a 15,522, the Lavance with a 16,842, and finally the Salonu Ferry Seat with a 20.211. And let's get our next contender ready. And that is the Phaeton TC. So that's a convertible, and this is the one that has the working steering wheel, as you can see. That's quite a nice touch. And let me find the specs for it. There it is. This one is a 2.7 liter inline 6 engine, rear-wheel drive. And one thing I'm not mentioning is the weight. This one, as you can see, it's a lot bigger than the other cars. I believe it's even bigger than the V8, the Corer. So yeah, let's see how it does. It does have 1,000 kilos, so it's not that bad for its size. I mean, if it's this late in the competition, it's because it has a good power to weight ratio compared to the other ones. Let's see how the inline 6 sounds. Oh, and this one does actually have a lockable real differential, and we are going to lock it right now. Let me just double check the differential here. Yep, it's locked. Whoa, okay. The RPM does climb real quick on this one. It goes all the way past 6,000 RPM. So this is a screamer. Okay. Nearly didn't break in time. Sorry. Bit of a miss gear there, and we're not going to stop in time. Okay. You're still in the same parking place, right? So that was the Phaeton TC. Whoa. Okay, it's impossible to say anything while this car is accelerating. It's just so loud. What was the time? 13:407. That's our new leader. And that's with mist gear, so we can do a bit better. One more chance for the TC. Locking the differential. Better this time. Whoops. I nearly destroyed the gearbox there. So fine. Hopefully. And okay, so that was another car from William Viers, and oh, I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, I'm not updating the designer names. I apologize for that. So I probably have got some of your names changed. I do apologize for that, and unfortunately, I won't be able to say each one's name to related to the correct car. So lots of stuff that we can improve for the next one, and so but I would at least mention all of your guys' names, and I'm really sorry for having this messed up. So we have William Viers. He's got 2 cars in the competition. We have Makalel, we have Nolan Cables, we have Fabi Remy 999, we have Dog 959, and this one is just unpronounceable. I'll try. I'll do my best. This is Xnikiximix or something like that. So yeah, those are the designers. Some of them, to be more precise, William had 2 cars, and Fabi Remy 999 has 2 cars. William actually has 3, so those are the 2 that sent more than 1 car. And let's see how the TC did on the second run. Time was at 13:117, so yeah, a lot better. Yeah, I could really use some hands here to help me with the transmission. I apologize for that. But yeah, I think it's quite cool, isn't it? I mean, I'm trying to screw this up, but the cars and the pool so far are really cool, and so many different approaches and so many different results. That's quite cool. And that's our fastest car so far. Next one is the WOSSOM Boar 2. What is that? The WOSSOM, that's the name of the company, and the car is the Boar 2000 to 2110. I'm sorry. Okay. Board 2110. That's the drag configuration of it. And this was really nicely done, this car. It does look so cool. You can't really see anything on the side because they throw a really dark glass on this one. Let me find the stats for you. All right, this is another inline 6, a 2.44 liter engine, and this car weighs only 700 kilos, 752 to be more exact. So yeah, it's got potential. Rear-wheel drive, 4-speed manual. Let's see. And the reason I'm having to use the external camera for this one is that there was a bug or something with the windows, or maybe it was just too dark, and if you go inside you cannot see anything. And this is another screamer, but this time the brakes do work quite well. Something not really necessary for a drag race, but yeah, a bit safer. And this goes even beyond that RPM. This one goes to 7,000 RPM. Did you hear the popping? Right. Tail got a bit loose on braking there, but that's just because I wanted to brake too hard. And that was the first run for the WOSSOM Boar. Was it faster? Yeah, this one does pop. And the time was at 13,099, and that's just a tiny bit faster. And this is the fastest car so far. Okay, we are down to our 3 last cars now. And before we go to them, oh, actually, we still have a second run with the WOSSOM. Yeah, you can go even faster. Let's see. Was it faster? We are about to find out. And that was a 12,971, the first car to get to the 12. And that's the fastest car. Or should I say the fastest car so far? Can the other three beat it? And as I was saying, before we go to the three last cars, and as you can see, we have only 10 on the table. That's our top 10, so one of them will not make the list. And yeah, we have a bit of a surprise. As some of you said in our blog, if you don't know our blog, go check it out in the web page. It's quite cool. It's written by our trio of AI writers that hopefully will also be hosting these competitions, because I do really suck. And okay, so what we saw in the blog is that one of the designers, the designer of the Pioneer Premiere, and I should stop saying sorry, but yeah, I really feel bad that I cannot get the right person that did this car. I promise I will get it right next time. At least this part, there are lots of mistakes that we can correct. But yeah, moving on. So this dude, he came to me and asked, well, if I put two engines in the car, would I be breaking the rules? And even though there's nothing specific for that, yeah, that wasn't allowed. But that's, even though it sounds crazy, there is a real car that did that, and that was VW Beetle, made by the Fittipaldi brothers, and they made this car to participate in a long time, how do you call that? An endurance race. So yeah, and it was quite there with the Ford GTs and all the fast cars at the time. So yeah, it did work until it broke. But yeah, it's not like it is a crazy idea, but it works. So yeah, this car that we're going to show now is not participating, but I'd like to see how it does, if it was. So let's check it out. Whoops. Okay, not yet. Not you guys yet. You. Okay, so that's the two-engined Pioneer Premier. And I don't even have the specs for this one, because the folder here only has the official ones. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yes, I do. So okay, this is a 6-liter. It says it's a V12 here, so yeah, it's two engines. And the original Pioneer, it had a inline 6, so yeah, it's an inline 12. So yeah, that's insane. Inline 12 with 6 liters, 4-speed manual, and just above 1,000 kilos. Let's see how it does and how it sounds. Now, I have no idea how this was exported into BNG. I was probably told, but I forget everything. So yeah, I have no idea how the sound was made or anything, but let's check it out. Hmm. Quite, actually. Let's try not to crash while leaving this area. And as we go to the starting line, we can see our last 3 contenders here. We will get back to them soon. So, if this car was allowed, could it beat the single-engined ones? That's what we are about to find out. Okay, not a lot of wheel spin. I don't want to mess this up because I only have one chance. I only did spawn one of this, so. Okay, I don't know. What do you think? It's real quiet in here. Okay, what was the time? It was a 14,996. So yeah, it was. If it was participating, it wouldn't be the fastest. Actually, it would be the 4th so far, but we still have 3 to go. But I have to say, it was an interesting idea. Okay, to our last 3 contenders, and as we are gonna have to go through all the cars. And I want to leave this one for last because I do believe it has the biggest potential for being the fast, but we never know. So yeah, let's do the Mako first. This one is the Truffle Motors Mako, and this is the Red Runner version, the drag version. This one has quite an interesting interior, even though there's a small gap on top of the dashboard there. And this one is a V16. Just take a look at this car from the outside, it's huge. It would be nice to have a car next to it just to compare, because this is a real big car. Let me see if I have the size over here in the stats. Not really, but yeah, not really. It is a 7-liter V16 engine. That is ridiculous. And yeah, 4-speed manual, rear-wheel drive. Let's see how it does and how it sounds. Oh yeah. I am pretty sure this one was also made by William Veers, and for me, his cars have the best sounds. Wow, look at that. I do prefer the V8, but this one sounds so cool as well. Let's see how it does on the strip. And just to mention, this was the choice from Rusty. He said that this car was going to win. Let's see if he was right. We all know that Rusty likes big cars. I think we have similar preferences, even though you would never ever be able to drive one of these things in real. I mean, you can try, but good luck trying to find a parking spot. Okay, either I missed the burnout spot or this car has a lot of grip. Yeah, it helps if you're in gear. Maybe a bit too much grip. It did lose a bit of time there. Okay. I don't know. Okay, we won't be able to stop in time, of course. Now, I don't think this was the fastest car. Let's see. Yeah, I did miss the burnout place there. And the time for this car was a 16.531. Now, as you will notice, it does lose a lot of time when off the line, as you can hear. The first gear on this car should have been made shorter, probably. Yeah, I think that's the reason. And also, if you're going to have a car that powerful, you want the most grip in the back, but maybe it was a bit too much. And it's surprising, because, yeah, maybe too long of a first gear, I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't that fast. 16.531. Still has a second chance though, and what I'm going to try to do is burn the clutch a little bit, so it doesn't get stuck too much. Let's see if it works. Yeah, Rusty, you didn't choose the right cut by far. Let me try and get to the right place this time, even though I don't believe. Let's see. Yeah, no burnout at all. Yeah, I wasn't able to burn the clutch there. So it's going to be a similar time. Now, here we can see that the TC is also a huge car, because it's not that smaller compared to the Mako, as you can see to the right. And this time we did a 16471. Just a bit faster. So before we go to the two last cars, let's see how the table is so far. So the fastest car is a WOSSOM board 22110 with a 12.9. Then we have the Phantom DC with a 13.1, just 1/10 of a second behind. That's quite close. Then 1 second behind is the Aviator. Then we have the Premier with a 14.9, the Veloci with a 15.1, and the Boxer 4 engine. And then the Core with a 15.5. The Red Runner only came at 7th place with a 16.471. Then there's the Lavance with a 16.842. And finally the Salonu with a 20 seconds point 2. Just 2 cars left to go. Let's go first to the Cataleto Tipo. I won't be able. Yeah, 48, but I was going to try and go for the Italian here, but no way. So it's the Cataleto Tipo 40. 48 in Portuguese, yeah. I don't know. So, okay. This is going to be fast. And I believe it was made by Fabi Remy 999, but I can't be sure of that. And as I said, I will get this right. And if you want to know the engineers and the people that did these cars, go to our website, and then you can find that in the forums. And we are working, when I say we, I say I and 3 AI workers. So we are working on putting all of this information in the website. There's so much I'm working on to make it even nicer, and I'm planning on throwing some tycoon features, if I may say that, like factory stuff, and yeah. So yeah, keep tuned. If you want to play, please join us. It's really not that hard if you download the automation game. You really don't even need the BNG. You just need the automation game. So there are so many tutorials. Maybe I'll make one as well on how to do cars. But you can even ask automation to make a car for you, and then just fine tune it. So yeah. And as we are watching this beautiful car, this one is so cool. Like, both of these cars are really nice. And Fabi even thought of the details of like putting fire extinguisher inside of the car. So yeah, that's really cool. And this is let me get the specs for it here. Cataleto Tipo 48. Okay, this is a V12 engine, and as you can see, its body is quite similar to the Regal Aviator that is in 3rd place right now, but the engine is quite different. So yeah, this is a V12 5.2 liters actually, 4-speed manual rear wheel transmission, and 900 kilos. Let's see how it does. Well, and just before we do that, I should be mentioning the horsepower on these things, right? Yeah. So this one is 500 horsepower for a 900 kilo car. That's insane. Let's see how it does. just to mention before you get to the start line, this thing nearly reaches 9,000 RPM, so from all the screamers, this is the loudest, probably. Oh, the table. Navagan. I thought it was not going to stop in time. Okay. This is insane. Okay. This is really fast. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to hold it in the straight line. Whoa, okay, we died. That's what BNG is made for, right? Ah, damn. That was insane. Does it still work? The engine's off, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't start, of course. So we're gonna have to leave it in the middle of the road here. That was crazy. Oh, it's on, it's working. Can we move though? Did we hit someone? Okay, I destroyed the car. That was insane. Let's see how this car is. Oh, damn. There's not much left. It's amazing how it still turns on. And I wonder if it did hit someone. We're gonna watch that on the replay. So I don't wanna have anything in front when we watch it. So let's check already how the time was. And I don't know, it kinda had the same problem as the Mako, with a bit of idling, I don't know, time first gear. Let's see. Okay, that was a 10.638, so far ahead of the competition. That's our new leader. And I don't know if it can be beaten. It's a 10-second car. 10.638. Okay. Let's watch how it did. And how that crash unfolds. Whoa, it did hit the other cars. Yeah, that was a mess. Let's try and watch it again, slow motion this time. We did hit not one car but three. Now that people at WOSSOM really won't be happy with that, because I did break 2 of them cars, and then people at Regal also won't be happy with that. Okay, and still has 1 try before we go to our last car. See if I don't crash this thing even before I start. Whoa, hold it. Why do I have a red line there? Should we wait? Was that because of a crash? Let's see if the staging lights are going to go up. Yep. Okay, let's not destroy another car. I know you wanted to see that. Maybe we'll make a video just with some crashes for you, for the nightmare of the car makers. Or maybe they will enjoy it, we never know. So yeah, let's watch the replay and see if it improved the time. At least this time the car is one piece. This time the time was at 10.635. Okay, so I don't even know how to say that. Well, it's pretty much the same time. 635 to 638. Okay, before our last car, let's take a quick look in our table for the last time. And Tipo 48 was more than 2 seconds faster than the competition. That was crazy. I didn't expect that. And look, even the interior on this car is so cool. Well done. That was really a nice project there. Let's see how it does in the record speed attempt. And the reason I'm saying that's because our next challenge and the cars for the challenge, they are going to be based on the same factory cars that these ones were based. Look at how far I had to stop this one. And I believe it's not gonna be much different with our last contender. And we are going to check it out right now. Well, as soon as you go through all of the cars. Well, since we're doing this, let's see if we find the damage we did here. No, this one didn't get hit. It's quite lucky. Or did it? Oh, it did. Look at the back there. Just a tiny bit of damage. Now this, whoa, look at that. That's gone. That's no way of repairing that. Look at this. It was a really, really hard hit. Okay, and to our last car. Well, if you thought you've seen everything, just take a look at this thing. It's insane. Okay, so this is the DCMW JWAD 12, the dragster version. Now, the street version of this car is a work of art. It's beautiful. And this thing, look at this. The details, even the drivers there, that's something that annoys me. In BMG, you don't see the drivers, so yeah, even that, all the details, everything. This car is so cool. And just take a look at that engine as I pull up the stats here for you. So, okay, this is another V12 engine. This one is a 3.5 liters. And let me just bring up the catalytic here. So the catalytic is also a V12, but it has 5.2 liters. And I really thought that the Jaguar was going to have a bigger engine, but no. Okay, and it's quite a difference. So this one is a 3.5 liter V12 producing 666 horsepower. And that's the engine horsepower, not the wheel horsepower. And yeah, I don't know. What do you say? I'm really hoping that this car does well, the drag queen. So yeah, look at the size of the tires on this thing as well. This mufflers, everything is like massive on this car, except for maybe the engine is not as massive as the other one, so I don't know. Let's hear how it sounds. Okay, quite similar to the catalytic, but this time it goes even further than 9,000 RPM. Okay, so just something else to add to the insanity here. Clutch on this one is a bit more racing-ish, it feels. So yeah, not a car to drive on the streets. Everything is bouncing too. Yeah, this is a proper racing, drag racing car. Something's seem wobbly, and that's definitely not Morosa's fault. I remember this one is done by Morosa, and I really don't know if I'm misspelling it here, but it's not his fault. It's the export tool for some reason did export this thing a bit more wobbly than the other ones. That's a shame, because this is really cool, but still, it's still cool. Okay, and also we can see that the driving seat on this car is in the wrong side of the car, or should I say the right side. And it's a lot easier on the brakes, this one. Was it faster though? I don't know. We had a bit of slow start there. Same problem as we had with some of the other cars. maybe these tires are just too wide. I don't know. Let's see. This is nearly a dragster. Like, it is a dragster. I am making some suspense here on the time. See? That was the moment there that I thought it could be a bit faster. And there you see it, 11.770. So yeah, he didn't beat Cataleto. Can it improve 1 second? I really doubt so. And what I'm going to try to do again with cars that have this type of situation at the start is I'm going to try and burn the clutch a beer. I don't know, I keep saying that every time I mention this. So yeah, so if I burn the clutch a bit, not a beer. Yeah, maybe I need to drink a beer. Maybe he could solve that problem a bit. We'll see, it's the last chance. We have to try something. If I do the same thing, it's not gonna win. So one last thing to mention is, and I forgot to say, to inform that, is that this was a pick for Tati, and the Cataleto was a pick for Benny. So Benny is winning so far. Rusty was far off with the Mako. And we'll see. This is the last try for Tati. I know she's going to blame it on me. So let me see if I can do better this time. Does feel a bit weird for me to drive on this side. Bit better of a burnout this time. Yeah, really couldn't burn the clutch the way I wanted. And this is as fast as I could. I don't think it was enough. Let's see. Maybe. Never know. Let's watch the replay and see. .7 again, you saw it on the screen, so yeah, not enough. There was second place for the DCMW Jawad, and we have our winner. Let me see if I can pull up the replay of it here. Which one would it be? I think probably this one. And yeah, let's bring up the one with the crash and we want to see it again. What? What's happening? Am I in the wrong car? Yeah, I was. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you see? That happens sometime. If you don't have the engine on the car, that's what happens. So I know this car is probably praying that we don't start the engine again, but let's do it so we can hear the replay. So that was it for today, ladies and gentlemen, and I do appreciate you watching it. Next challenge or next event will be a speed record break attempt. That's going to be in Salt Lake. We're going to have the same cars, hopefully. Some of them have even already sent their cars to us. So yeah, that's going to be real cool. Oh, look at that! Look at that hit! Oh man, we got lucky. We didn't destroy even more cars. So yeah, with that, well, that's quite a way of winning a competition, right? And with that, I thank you all for watching. See you next time.